A very good morning to viewers all across the world. Welcome to your Poetic Interlude on the Weekend Show. My name is Emeka Ozurimba, and today I'm going to be reciting a piece I titled Pro the Masses. And now I want to speak the truth because I want to speak without any discrimination. And if I speak with any bias, I would have altered myself. In Nigeria, the pros and cons of justice are indeed poor and con, and moral justification is ramshackled in a gully erosion. How many times have we heard people say they are fighting for the well-being of the masses, that they are seeking to justify their conscience, that they are on the side of the litigant and plaintiff? This mute vociferousness are only untold rhetorics and propaganda. The moral compass is breached every second of every day. The problem we face for decades are still the problems we face. The racketeering of justice is only for the highest bidder. I would have thought they would have built a hegemony around our nascent democracy and watch it grow into civil uprightness instead of brokering to us the tendrils of such a social apathy in such a nuptial amalgamation of legislative murders where our constitution is assassinated in a proclamation for shattered prerogatives. What has been proclaimed than an assault to the masses? A constant arbitrations of alibis that annihilate our cause for justice and judicial sensibility. Now, I know that the earth is not even. There's always a predator and a helpless prey. There's always the exploiter and the helplessly exploited. There's always the haughty and the lowly. There's always monopoly and polyopoly. But I ask the oppressors because there's always the oppressors and the oppressed. Do they know what it is like to live in darkness and still be scared of the night? And one day I spoke to 3 blind beggars about your concerns, your catastrophe sect, how you darken and blot the sun, how you deprive the people of their social rights when you procession passive pious porous palanquins hosted by slaves. Why are we still slaves to a vicious and obstinate system and environment? The blind beggars told me I go all about the streets. When I looked at the people, they were dejected and rejected. Cruel policies choked the life out of them. But a balloon can only take so much water. The outbursts we knew were already coming. For instance, look at the poverty index ratio. Was it not you that professed to be the Messiah? You said you had the success map in your cartography, and yet you bring to life this constant world of backwardness. Everything is as dilapidated as they were, no changes. The streets are still rancid, seeking retribution. When would you come to the aid of the Nigerian people? The Nigerian people need a rescuing from this inhuman system of government. What is justice? In Nigeria, justice is flawed. Justice is sold as a market commodity to the highest retailer in the unction of corruption. Why do we believe in the preamble than the ensemble? Time is fast spent for us to develop our nation. There is only seemingly hopelessness that comes a calling. The hope of the hopeless is that you, me and the blind men have just finished drinking tea. We are imagining that none of us is alive to watch, to linger, or to quail outrightly in this dichotomydon of mass poverty. How can we survive? The blind men will soon give an amnesty of thought. Are things right with us in this our nation? Can we say that this is the country of our dreams? Only for a few. The entire Nigerian masses are in a bondage. And there is no succor pro the masses. You say you are pro the masses. How are you pro the masses? The masses are hardly included in your policies and legislations. Have you fed the masses that are hungry? Have you given them justice without a ransom of bribery? Have you given them peace from all their fears and sorrows? What solace have you given to the ordinary Nigerians that are facing turmoil, thunder, and brimstones, and yet you snore? You know, this piece talks about we as a people, our travails. I mean, we could see some of our commodities going up by 200%, 300% inflation rates. Those are not how we're going to get to the nation of our destination. My lovely audience all across the world, I hope you have enjoyed listening to your Poetic Interlude on the Weekend Show. I want to shout out to my lovely producer, Andy Madiki, Didi, and my lovely director, Emmanuel. Please don't go anywhere and stay tuned because we have more coming up for you on the Weekend Show.